Hey Fins fans, Mike here bringing you the latest news and speculation surrounding our quarterback room heading into the 2025 season. We've got a new face joining the team, a former high draft pick looking for a fresh start, Zach Wilson. The big question on everyone's mind is, will we actually see him on the field in a Dolphins uniform this year? Let's dive into it. So, as you might have heard, the Miami Dolphins signed quarterback Zach Wilson to a one-year deal back in March. This marks his fifth season in the NFL and his third team, after starting his career with the Jets and spending last year as a backup with the Denver Broncos. His time in Denver was interesting, with coach Sean Payton being pretty direct, saying Wilson was there to grow and perhaps needed some football rehabilitation without expectations of playing time. Now he's traded the Rockies for South Beach, hoping to make an impression. Zach Wilson's arrival adds another layer to the Dolphins' quarterback depth chart. We all know Tua Tagovailoa is the guy, the expected starter heading into the season. But behind Tua, the picture gets a little more interesting. The team also used a draft pick, the 231st overall pick, to select Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers. So you've got Tua at the top, and then a competition brewing between the veteran Wilson and the rookie Ewers for those backup spots. The big question is, if Tua were to miss any time due to injury, or in the unlikely event of a trade, who would step in? Would Mike McDaniel and the coaching staff turn to the experienced, albeit up-and-down veteran in Zach Wilson? Or would they opt to throw the rookie Quinn Ewers into the fire? McDaniel and the front office have been pretty quiet about their plans for Wilson so far, which isn't surprising. The real evaluation is going to happen on the field. We can expect this quarterback competition, particularly between Wilson and Ewers, to be a major storyline throughout training camp and the preseason. They'll both need to prove themselves before Week 1. For Zach Wilson, this is a huge opportunity. He was the second overall pick in 2021 after a stellar career at BYU, where he led them to an 11-1 record in his final season. But his time with the Jets was challenging, marked by injuries and inconsistent performance. In 2023, he threw for 2,171 yards with 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, completing 60.1% of his passes. He's looking for a chance to show he's grown and can contribute. Can he impress the Dolphins staff enough in practice and the preseason to solidify a roster spot and potentially earn playing time if needed? That's the million-dollar question. Adding a player with his physical tools and draft pedigree, even with the past struggles, is a low-risk, potentially high-reward move for Miami. All right, Fins fans, what are your thoughts on Zach Wilson joining the Dolphins? Do you think he has a real chance to see the field in 2025? Who do you think wins the backup job between him and Quinn Ewers? Let me know your predictions and opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're ready for some Dolphins football. And please subscribe to the channel for all the latest news, analysis, and updates. Until next time, stay fired up and go Fins. Hey Fins fans, Mike here, and we're back with more potential moves that could shake up our roster this offseason. We've got a new name has popped up as a possible replacement, and it involves a trade with the Cincinnati Bengals. Could a young, established starter be heading to Miami? Let's get into this proposed deal. All right, let's set the stage. The Dolphins finished 8-9 last season, missing the playoffs, and the offseason has already seen quite a bit of roster churn. We've said goodbye to some key players like Jevon Holland, Raheem Mostert, and Calais Campbell, while also bringing in new faces like James Daniels, Zach Wilson, and Willie Gay Jr. But the biggest question mark remains at cornerback, especially with GM Chris Grier openly stating that both the team and Jalen Ramsey are exploring potential trade partners. If Ramsey, with his significant $16.66 million cap hit, is moved, the Dolphins must add help at the cornerback position. This brings us to an interesting proposal identified by Pro Football and Sports Network, a potential trade for Cincinnati Bengals cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt. Taylor-Britt is a young player, just 25 years old, who played his college ball at Nebraska before being drafted by the Bengals in the second round, 60th overall, in 2022. He stepped into a starting role as a rookie and has been a fixture in their secondary ever since. Over his first 3 NFL seasons, Taylor Britt has played in 39 games, starting 38 of them. He's racked up 182 tackles, defended 33 passes, and has 7 interceptions, along with 2 forced fumbles. Last year, Pro Football Focus gave him a 63.6 overall grade, ranking him 96th among qualified cornerbacks. While not an elite grade, it shows he's a solid starting caliber player in this league. His coverage grade was 64.3. So, what would adding Cam Taylor Britt mean for the Dolphins? If Jalen Ramsey is traded, the cornerback room would be left with younger players like Storm Duck, Cam Smith, and rookie Jason Marshall Jr. While they have potential, none have the proven NFL starting experience that Taylor Britt does. Bringing him in would immediately add a player who can step in and start on the outside from day one. He's only 25, so he fits a younger timeline compared to a veteran free agent like Stephon Gilmore, who we discussed previously. He provides needed depth and competition, and importantly, fills a massive potential void if Ramsey is gone. The report suggests he could potentially be acquired for a day 2 or day 3 draft pick, which seems like a reasonable cost for a young, established starter. This trade proposal makes a lot of sense for Miami because it addresses a clear need with a player who is already a proven NFL starter. Even if Ramsey isn't traded, the Dolphins still need more reliable depth and competition at cornerback, and Taylor Britt would provide that. For the Bengals, who struggled defensively last year, they might be looking to make changes in their secondary, potentially using the draft to upgrade, and trading Taylor Britt could be part of that plan. It's a move that seems to benefit both sides and directly helps the Dolphins fill a critical position with a capable player without breaking the bank in terms of draft capital. All right, Fins fans, what do you think about this proposed trade for Cam Taylor Britt? Is he the right player to target if Jalen Ramsey is traded? Or should the Dolphins look elsewhere? Let me know your thoughts on this potential move in the comments section below. I want to hear your opinions. If you're staying glued to the Dolphins, off-season moves, hit that like button. And please subscribe to the channel for all the latest news, rumors, and analysis. Until next time, stay hopeful and go Fins.